What is up? It is the Pich here, and we're talking today about Layton Sports Card Shop near Orlando, Florida area. They are kind of the be-all, end-all of cards, or the biggest card dudes in Central Florida. They also have a TCG specific gaming store, which we also went into and stick around on Card Cousins because we have our first TCG opening of Lorcana. I went around with Jay Florian, and we checked out all of those items, and then we ended up at the sports card shop, which is just a beautiful store. Um, it's in the back of a strip mall where there's nothing on either side of it, but there it is, and it is awesome. What an awesome store this is. It's so clean. It is the most organized store I've ever been in. Sometimes I go into stores and I get creeped out by the fact that cards are everywhere, or there's just a mishmash of boxes with all kinds of different sports in them or whatever, and it's unorganized and it's chaos, and I hate it. This is the exact opposite. This is the most organized store I've ever been in. Even the showcases have a sign on them, so they're in there by the city name of the team. So, if you're a Washington Nationals fan, you go all the way to the end of the baseball area, and there's where the Washington cards are. And it is awesome, man. They have done such a good job with the shop. There's tons of tables around to go sit down and open stuff if you buy it in store. They have tons of these plastic cases, which are all labeled with what they are, either wrestling cards or UFC cards, baseball, football. There's 25-cent packs, and then behind the counter, they have the ones that have a little bit more in them. They're usually like $1 to $10 cards in there, and you can ask them for that, and they hand it to you. And all the boxes have the team logos on them and everything. And it's just like, it's so well done. It's so nice and so clean in this place. It almost doesn't feel like a regular card shop, right? There's no dusty memorabilia sitting around that's been there for years. It's obviously looks like a new shop. It is just awesome. Recommend it highly. The people there were all friendly. There was a lot of people on staff hanging out. This place is at the top of the Central Florida card dynasty, if you will, for a reason. They're doing big things, and this store is just awesome. It is a must see for any fan. I mean, it's honestly almost a little too clean when you're in there. You're just like, oh my god, it's so nice in here. Like I'm afraid to drop anything on the ground, which is, it's nice. It's a very nice store. Like I said, the organization of it is just so good. If I had a card shop, this is how I would run it. Everything would be sorted. Everything would be proper. You know where everything is. Everything's labeled. You know what you're going to pay for stuff. I just love it. I can't recommend it highly enough. So go check it out if you're down in that area of Florida. And you can tell them I sent you, but they don't know who I am, so it don't matter. But coming up now will be all the stuff that I got when I was there. I had a small budget, but I did get a few things. And all right, here's what I picked up at the store. I've already talked about how greatly it was configured inside and how well organized it was. I've got this up here as my blocker now, as I'm starting to learn that's what you should do when you're showing off stacks of cards. So we'll block them off as we go. I got a Penix Neon Icons. I grabbed a Roma Dunze rookie card. I really got these for resale purposes. They were in the 25-cent bin. Jamie Benn, they had a lot of those 25-cent bins out of the sport, so I picked up a few players, cards I hadn't gotten for my PC of some of my favorite teams, but I found those two cards kind of get myself $1.50 in those. So only $1.50 in for all those cards right here. This is not an old card. This is a 24-25 Parkhurst of Jean Beliveau. Just thought it was a cool card and wanted it for the PC. And then this right here it's Chris Whitney. I don't know who Chris Whitney is. I'm guessing he's the last man on the Magic to wear 12 before Dwight Howard. And that's why I got it, because I was like, I don't know who this is, but he's a member of the Magic, and I'm trying to collect all Magic cards of all time. So at least now I have one of this guy who I'd never heard of. So that's in the PC. Again, Cole Anthony. I don't have this variant, but the Cole Anthony collection continues. So I got that one, and I also picked up this sand glitter version of Cole Anthony. Just because nominally priced cards rarely get Magic cards when I'm in Orlando. But if I find them nominally priced, I'll pick them up. And since those guys aren't on the team anymore, they were well priced. And as was this one, Paulo Banchero, the red, white, and blue variant from Prism. $2, I think it was. Yeah, $2. I'm in on that all day. That's a nice card right there. And then the only other card I got, because money was tight and I was on vacation, but I wanted to get one at least good, big, worthy card, and it is this. It is Bo Nix. It is called the Pandora Patch, and that is a big white piece of number. It's just a cool card. It's thick as hell. You can see it right there. It is numbered to 199, and I just thought it was a cool card, so I made it happen. It's not from any specific game or event, which is unfortunate, but it's numbered and it's a fun Bo Nix, so I'm adding it to the collection. And yeah, that was all I got. I definitely could have spent a lot more money there, but I didn't have it to spend. So I had a good time with the little amount I got, and I look forward to going back and getting more in the future.